the world lost one of the greatest leaders that we have ever witnessed. And I lost a tremendous personal friend and mentor. He has been my mentor for a number of years. He always made time for me, and I could always go to him with tough issues. He always had great counsel. We will certainly miss him. I feel as if I have a hole in my heart.
Secretary Powell was, simply and completely, a leader, and he knew how to build a strong and united team. He treated people the way he expected them to treat each other, and he made sure that they knew he would always have their back. The result was that his people would walk through walls for him.
Character, competence, integrity, someone who you could believe in, someone who loved his country and was a public servant through and through. It was part of his DNA, and he would want to be remembered as someone who cared about America more than life itself, and God love him.
He was an example of the greatness of New York City. A absolutely classic New York City story, born to Jamaican immigrants, grew up in Harlem and the Bronx, graduated Morris High School in the Bronx, a graduate of our New York City public schools, went to City College. Just an absolute great example of the good, the talent, the ability that comes out of the city, but he took it to the next level.
From humble beginnings, General Powell's career broke one glass ceiling after another. His life was a manifestation of the American dream, a true American success story. I join all Americans in remembering General Powell's life and his dedication to the country we love. My thoughts are with his wife, Alma, his 3 children, and his entire family.
As a young officer, General Powell rendered brave and distinguished service on the front lines. As a senior leader, he helped 4 presidents protect our nation, represent us on the world stage, and chart our course through uncertain and turbulent times that included the dawn of a new century and the beginning of our global war on terrorists.
You know, he is the first black man to be Joint Chiefs, chairman of the Joint Chiefs, to be National Security Advisor, to be Secretary of State. Every step of the way, when he filled those roles, he was, by everything that he did and the way he did it, inspiring so many people. And he broke so many barriers, and those barriers were not easy to break by any stretch. But he did it with dignity, he did it with grace. And because of what he was able to accomplish, it really did elevate our nation in so many ways. So may he rest in peace.
I became friends, and Jill as well, but I became friends with Colin Powell, who we just lost. Think of where Colin Powell is, not only a dear friend and a patriot, one of our great military leaders and a man of overwhelming decency. This is the guy born son of immigrants in New York City, raised in Harlem in the South Bronx, graduated from City College in New York. And he rose to the highest ranks, not only in the military, but also in areas of foreign policy and statecraft.